Hi, everybody. It's Corie and Ray.
Welcome back to another mini episode of Whining Away with Corie and Ray. Still can't do the episodes that we want to do, so we'll keep bringing you suggestions at delicious, affordable bottles that we come across until we can get back into the studio.
And have people back on the show, you know? Right now we're in a bubble.
So it looks like a dining room.
Well, it's our COVID bubble. So today we're going to talk about an Italian white. Now this is Marissa Cuomo, Ravello Costa di Amalfi 2017. I had the pleasure of going to this winery when I went to the Amalfi Coast. This is in Costa di Amalfi, Italy, and it's actually on the side of a mountain. All the grapes grow on the side of this mountain overlooking the ocean. It's beautiful. And then they have this winery, and it was fantastic, and we got a tour, and then they have a big tasting room.
So is this a bottle you brought back with you?
No, actually, I brought some back, but I was able to find this locally. $30 a bottle. And so drink it slow. And the Amalfi Coast, southern Italy, if you're not familiar, gotta go.
2011.
Is it really?
Yes.
11, not 17. You know, when you get older, the ones and the sevens all kind of start to look alike.
Wow, you usually don't find too many whites that, I mean, this is 10 years old now.
Let's see. The grapes are 60% Falangina. Is that how you say it?
Falangina. And
40% Biancolella. And it's 13.5% alcohol. And it's a beautiful winery, great place, and you can get it here in the U.S., but they do have a website and you can order, and I know that they ship. And
I mean, you can see it's very, very deep golden color on this, and that's due to the aging.
Wow.
I've had straight Falanginas. This will be my first Falangina blend.
We love when we get to do something first time with Ray. So, yeah, it's good. You know, I would think when it was newer, you would have a lot more crispness to it. And now it's very mellowed out.
Well, it's like what they call secondary flavors, that the aging provides sort of a different depth of flavor to it. So you get more candied fruit. Mm-hmm. You know, maybe instead of like crisp citrus, you get like candied lemon, mm-hmm. You know, like a Meyer. Yeah.
Cooked stuff.
But it's delicious. I mean,
yeah, you get some honey.
This would go so well with fish.
And when I went to the winery, this was one of the wines that they paired with we had like, I don't know, 10 courses, and fish was with all of the whites, and it was fantastic. So, yeah.
And you said you got this locally. Is it locally to the Princeton area?
Yes, I do believe so. I got it a couple years ago, from what I remember. But I was shocked when I came across it and was like, oh my God.
It's held up wonderfully. Like I said earlier, you don't find too many whites that can age 10 years.
Yeah, I did keep this in a wine fridge, probably majority of the time since I've had it.
So it was stored well, but you know, then you get lucky enough to get to see what it could do after 10 years. This is perfect example of old world winemaking. So
now most whites you can hold on to for that period of time?
No. Most whites you're going to get 3 or 4 years, and then it's certainly going to start to slide. But, you know, this is a little higher quality, if you will. Like a white Burgundy, some of the higher ends you can certainly age. Mm-hmm. I've had some Godello, you know, Spanish higher end ones, Muscadel. But, you know, this goes to show you that Italy can put out a solid white wine that can age well.
So there you go. So if not this particular brand or bottle, you know, in that region, get away from Italy if you want to hold on to it for a little bit and keep it in your cellar. And
like I said, I've had Falanginas before, and they're wonderful, wonderful wines. No, this was quite a little gem. Delicious. I doubt people would be able to find a 2011, but I'm sure they could find that 2017 you were talking about.
Probably. So you look for that and hold on to it for a couple years if you want, or drink it because it's delicious. And
it's fantastic. So, in honor of how delicious this bottle was and your trip to Italy,
Yeah, I know. Can't wait to travel again.
as we always say, good wine,
Good friends,
Great
great life.
Hello, welcome back. It's another little episode of Whining Away with Corie and Ray in our bubble, the dining room. Our COVID bubble because we can't go in the studio anymore. But
Nope.
until then, we will constantly recommend these delicious, affordable wines that we come across so you, during your COVID bubble, can go out and drink something quality that didn't break the bank. Right, Cor?
Yes, that's the plan.
All right, so today I brought a Provence Rosé. Now, everyone says, Provence Rosés, they're a dime a dozen. That's what Provence is known for. Even though you can get other wines there, they're definitely known for their extraordinary rosés. This one that I got is from a company called B&P that I work with at my job. And this was a restaurant only in New York. So previously, you could only get this at some of the finer steakhouses in New York, and it would go for about $15 a glass. Because of the pandemic and all the restaurants closing down in New York, they're just not, a lot of them just couldn't survive. They had all these extra cases, so they became available to retail.
Nice.
And I was able to get my hands on some of the cases. This sells in my store for $12.99, but you would get 10% off on 6 bottles, 20% off on a case. I do have a few cases, absolutely fantastic. Really perfect example of Provence Rosés. I believe this is Cinsault and Grenache are the grapes that are used.
You definitely get a burst of strawberry and fruit right on the front. It's not too dry either, which is nice.
But I find it has, my complaint about a lot of rosés, particularly Provence, is some of them just don't have a lot of complexity. They're just
Right.
sort of straight what you would expect. I think this one has a wonderful mid-palate to it. What is the vintage? It's a 2018, so it's got a couple years on it, but absolutely delicious, and so far it's been very successful for us.
That's
I brought
good.
it in about a month ago, I guess.
So there's a lot of rosé drinkers.
Well, there used to be a rosé season,
Right.
but since I'd say about 2016, that's with each year's changing more, where rosés are really, they certainly sell better in the warmer weather, but they'll still sell in the colder months because,
People who love them, love them.
they're good bottles. I mean, this is a delicious bottle, and I mean, for something that was going for $15 a glass, you can get 4 glasses for $12.99. I mean, that's
the way to go.
a find, and that's what we bring you here on Whining Away with Corie and Ray.
So when you're getting sad thinking about all of the happy hours that you missed, just remember that the $15 glass of wine, you got to save all that money, put it in your pocket, and get yourself a bottle.
And that's why they call it sacrifice. Sacrifice that stuff. Get yourself the bottle. Treat yourself well. Am I right?
That's right. You got to take care of yourself.
Now, what would you have with this?
Right away, I'm thinking appetizers. I don't know.
Charcuterie, I think this would
Yes.
be delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Fruits, meats, cheeses.
Grilled shrimp.
Oh, yeah, this would be wonderful with shrimp. Ooh, now I want some shrimp. Send us some shrimp. Courtesy, Whining Away with Corie and Ray. But Provence Rosé, we all know them, but this sacrifice is a perfect, wonderful example. I think it's delicious. It's got a lot going on for it. And for $12.99, you could do a lot worse.
So reach out to Ray. Get yourself.
njwinecellar.com, Cranford, and we will hook you up with some bottles.
All right. So cheers to rosé and cheers to
Ray. Rosé and Ray. Today on Whining Away. As we always say, good wine,
good life.
great friends.
Hello, Whining Away fans.
Both of you.
No, we have more than 2. We have like a dozen, maybe.
Hey there, hi there, ho there, you wine-loving folks. Once again, we're back for another little mini episode of Whining Away with Corie and Ray. Today we got a bottle that I've actually sold in a few different places that I've worked. And I always bring it on board wherever I wind up because it is a great wine for the money that you pay. So this is an Argentinian blend. And anyone that knows Argentina knows that they are very well known for Malbecs. Even though Malbec started as a French grape, most grapes started in France. But Greece will tell you it all started there. But Malbec made its way, it likes to be dry and high. And so it grows very well in Argentina. And they've been able to put out some really good ones. The Calia brand, their Malbec I always thought was very good. But there's something about this blend. It's a Malbec Syrah blend. And that Syrah that they add in, it has just got wonderful depth of flavor. $8.99 a bottle. You cannot. So Corie, why don't you? I mean, this was one that I turned on to you a few years back. So why don't you tell them?
I mean, it's like an explosion in your mouth. It's a lot of fruit, a lot of flavors, and even the finish is different than what you started with. If you're a red wine drinker, if you want to try red wine, this is definitely one to go to. It's so easy drinking. You don't need to pair it with anything. It's really good. It's
even got like a little touch of anise, like licorice, in the mid palate there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's got jammy fruit. It almost drinks. It reminds me a lot of a Washington red.
Yeah.
But I have definitely a couple customers that when they come in, they take like 6 of this bottle. Like, they just can't get one.
I mean, you can drink this every day.
Yeah, they get 6 of them because you get 10% off on 6, 20% off on a case.
Why not then?
And so it's $8.99. You're already getting it for a steal. Comes from a company, Fedway, that we deal with, and it's just been very successful for me in my retail years.
Now, can anybody get this anywhere, or is this a specialty one that they're going to have to really reach out to you?
I mean, like I said, I bring this on board wherever I'm at. It's certainly, it wouldn't be really hard to find. But you can get it from me anytime at njwinecellar.com. And like I said, it's $8.99. I mean, I think for $9, this is a really good wine. And
it's a screw top. You don't even need a wine opener.
You could drink it as you first walk out of the store.
We don't recommend that, but you could.
But it's happened. So, yeah, I mean, do yourself a favor, pick up the Calia Syrah Malbec blend. Mm-hmm. And I'm telling you, for $8.99, that's what I sell it for. You're not going to find something with more flavor, just a really great bottle to sit back and have a few glasses and call it a day.
You know where to find Ray, so you know where to find the wine. He's there a lot.
And as we always say, good friends,
good wine,
great life. Hello, once again to another mini episode of Whining Away with Corie and Ray. We always like to bring these little gems we find, and today, not so inexpensive, but still wonderful. We brought a nice Barolo from northern Italy.
Surprise, though, it is not as expensive as you would think. Well, I was floored. So ciao to Barolo. So today we have Rosa dell'Olmo, right?
Uh-huh.
What's so funny about that? From Piemonte, Italy. 2016 Barolo. Well, it's technically Piemonte. That's the town. So it's the Piedmont region, but that's the town. So there.
Corey's been to Italy, so.
So this is Nebbiolo grapes. Barolo.
Of course, yes.
So Barolos are always Nebbiolo grapes.
Absolutely.
100%?
I mean, I've heard that occasionally, as long as it's 75%, they can call it Barolo. And it is up to the winemakers. They may throw some other local stuff, but it's by far either going to be, it doesn't say 100%, so there probably is a little bit of something else, but it's mostly Nebbiolo.
Gotcha. $15 at Trader Joe's. $15. $15, you usually cannot even touch a Barolo in this price range.
It's hard to find a Barbera for $15.
This was something new. I was dancing in the aisle. The people who work in the wine section at Trader Joe's by me know when I get excited about a new wine, and I was definitely excited. I was like,
I Will Survive comes on the speakers.
Like,
Corie goes nuts.
we were just talking about Barolo, how expensive it is, how you usually, splurge.
Well,
and
they
I was like,
refer,
oh my God.
a lot of people call Barolo the king of Italian wines.
Yeah.
It's definitely has gotten that title. So, it's by no means something that you can usually find for that little bit of money.
Now, I've not had it yet, but I've seen reviews and people are saying, it's young. Definitely needs to be decanted for a little bit and you'll get more complexity out of
Well,
it.
it's 2016, so at least we're getting it just at the beginning of when you should be drinking. 5 to 15 years is usually when a wine like this would be drinkable.
So for $15 though, I mean, that's a steal. So tell me what you think.
Well, it's got nice color. It's got
Sure
that
does.
sort of, little hints of brown along with the deep red.
Wow.
Well, look on the edges there.
That's very nice. Very, very nice.
From the aging, from the barrel.
Gotta say, I'm impressed.
I mean, it's nice. It's got subdued fruit. You can definitely pick up hints of the wood.
You get that raisin little flavor to it.
Yeah, I mean, this is Northern Italy, baby. This is yummy. Delicious. I mean, have this with some sausage, some lasagna. This would be absolutely fantastic. So
Barolo lovers, if you're out there, from what I understand, it's a Trader Joe's exclusive. So if you're looking for a $15 bottle and you happen to be near a Trader Joe's, run and grab yourself because I'm not sure if this is going to be something they're going to carry.
Tell Joe,
regularly.
I want to trade with you. I'll trade you $15 for this bottle.
It's great. I love it.
I mean, for a $15 Barolo, this really exceeded my expectations.
Now,
very, very yummy.
What is the cheapest bottle of Barolo you have in your store?
Probably 29.
See, that usually is where they start, and then they can go up to hundreds.
Yeah, absolutely.
$15.
So I think, for a $15 Barolo, this is very, very yummy.
All right, so we have another success story.
Go to Trader Joe's, grab yourself a $15 Barolo, and as we always say, good wine.
Good friends.
Great life.
Great life.